Hi everyone, this is Chansky bringing you another StarCraft 2 beta video commentary. Today I'm going to show you another 2 versus 2 game between myself in Protoss and some Hotfool in Red Terran. Our opponents today are going to be Purple Terran and Teal Terran. I'm not going to give you their names anymore because somebody mentioned that I was a little mean in certain videos that I've made. So no more names. But this map is called Arid Wastes, and it's a 2 versus 2 map that was made primarily for 2 versus 2 battles. You have 2 corner bases which are identical to each other, and they're fairly far away from the opponent bases. Then you have 2 side bases which are much closer to the opponent's bases, and I think these bases are meant to be more vulnerable. By vulnerable, I mean that they have a back door that you can exploit. They have open cliff areas at the back door as well. You've got a long route from the middle to the back door to your front door. And you've got cliff at your front door on both sides of your ramp. The only redeeming factor about the side bases is that the ramp is actually a bit narrow. Now, if you look at the corner bases and do a comparison, you do also have good cliff area coverage, but it's much easier to defend a smaller, more close together opening. And Reapers won't be able to take too much advantage of you because you have cliffs that are closer together. Open cliffs that are closer together will not be as accessible as 2 open cliffs on 2 separate sides of the map. You would be smart to place a building here or put some kind of vision here to watch over this destructible debris. Now the other thing about Arid Wastes is that your expansions are very close to your base, and there's a lot of cliff play here. If you take a look at my base, one of the corner bases, your expansion is very close to your base. It does have a back door to the expansion, and it's got a very huge choke leading up to it. But it's got a 3-level cliff here that Reapers can take a lot of advantage of. And you'll see that in a moment. There are also 2 Xel'Naga watchtowers, one on each side, and the ramps face your base. So if you should be expected to keep your Xel'Naga watchtower and not lose your side of it. And you can see that both my opponents have gone Reapers, and all I have are Zealots. So what I need to do immediately is I need to place Zealots on all 3 levels of these cliffs in order to keep them from dancing around me. But they completely outnumber my 1 Zealot at the bottom. What I need to do now is keep them from jumping around and taking advantage of me. And that's going to be very difficult. Some Hotfool needs to come with not Marines, but Marauders, as Marines would fall easy prey to Reapers. Reapers do a lot of damage to Marines, and they have much better mobility than Marines do. So I need to hold out until some Hotfool brings his Marauders, which is exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what to do to counter mass Reapers. Now if you take a look at the income screen rather, you can see that some Hotfool and myself are making around 700 resources per minute, whereas our opponents are only making 300 to 400 resources per minute, and that's because they decided to rush their Reapers. It's a bit of a gamble to rush your Reapers. Yes, you will catch your opponent with fewer forces able to defend their base, but if you fail in your attack, then you're going to be caught. What's happened is that they have failed in their attack. I'm going to turn on team colors now. Hopefully you'll be able to see this better. Okay, it's not working, but the Xel'Naga watchtower is very important. You can see the Teal's Reapers have been whittled down to only 2 left. Some Hotfool's Marauder here is taking them out very easily. He's already researched concussive shells. Unfortunately, he lost his tech lab, and that's going to set some Hotfool back a little bit in terms of building another batch of Reapers. Now I've gone to Teal's back door to bring down his back door and open up another avenue of attack so that Teal has to worry about both his front door and his back door. It's very difficult on this map, I haven't mentioned this, but it's very difficult on this map to defend your teammate. Extremely difficult to defend your teammate because your bases chokes are so far apart from each other. So Purple has just now come to the aid of Teal. Now, it looks like I don't really even need to take down this debris, but since it's almost dead, I might as well finish it off, because the debris is about to explode. And if by some chance some Hotful fails in his frontal assault, I will have the back covered. Now I see that he's going Ghost Academy, which allows him to use EMP, which is very, very good against Protoss. And it also allows him to do a lot of damage against lightly armored units like Marines and Reapers and Zealots. So it's a fair counter to what we are pushing out, but unfortunately he's not going to have it in time. If he had only defended his base for just a little while longer, he might have gotten those ghosts out and given us a lot more trouble. Now, Purple has decided to change his strat to Marauders, and we're going to see if he's increased his income. Yes, he has. He's matched his income with some Hotful, the other Terran player here, who is on my team. Now their incomes are both around 700 minerals per minute and 100 gas per minute. The longer this game drags on, the worse off our opponents are going to be, because I have my own income and I'm pumping my own units, teching my own buildings. So in essence, it's a 2 versus 1 is very, very difficult to beat, because we're going to have double his forces. Now Teal is looking for a place to land. He's having Purple repair his command center so that it stopped burning down, and he's going to look for an expansion to jump down onto. Now Purple decided to expand. I think that's a bad idea, because he should really be using his unit, he should really be using his money to defend until Teal can get back onto his feet. As you can see, because he expanded, he has less units to work with, and we are definitely on the offensive. Purple is forced to pull out his SCVs, further draining his income, and this is not going to be very pretty for him, because our Zealots are just going to run into his base and do whatever they want to do. Now at this point, it's pretty much GG. Teal still has no income. He's still looking for an expansion to secure some income. He's going to try to go for the high resource income, high resource minerals. This is a big gamble, because if we touch that Xel'Naga watchtower, we will see it. But we're a bit cocky. We know we're ahead of the game. Purple has left the game. Teal leaves the game. They know it's over. The jig is up. And hopefully you enjoyed this video and saw a bit of what this map has to offer compared to the other 2v2 maps. Thanks for watching.